We're live.
And one of the really nice things I have to say, I mean, it has been ages since I have gone to the beach. And yeah, I got a little bit of a sunburn, things like that. But I think the nicest thing is, me rocking the dad bod and all. Well, for once with everybody else rocking their COVID bodies, I was actually on top of my game. So, just a little boost.
Everybody was roly-poly.
Oh, roly-poly, jiggly wiggly. And then, well, I was really feeling my age, to be honest.
Floppy doppy.
Yeah. But you know what? Forget about that. Roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Consider it well forgotten, Dave. Well forgotten.
Well,
Forgotten.
won't forget is our intro. Because if you're watching us here live on YouTube right now, thanks for dropping by. We have some awesome fans. Love seeing y'all every week. And if you're watching us here live, make sure you pop in that live chat over there. We've got a lot of cool folks already hanging out with us tonight.
We got cool folks and Nightwing 'em.
I knew that was coming.
Of
So
course.
now you have to anticipate the Dave scale jokes throughout the course of this episode. But if you're watching us here live, make sure you kill boss to slam that like button because it really helps us out. Make sure if you're not already, you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you can see when we come out with additional content. And also check the link in the description below sometime after the show to check out our Teespring store. That's teespring.com/thefabshop. If you want to get an awesome shirt like this and help support the show, we have some of the best priced podcast merch out there. You're going to feel good. You're going to look good doing it. Help us out. Help us grow. Help keep the lights on at Figure Action. We always appreciate it. But hey, even if you don't want a shirt, we appreciate you for just stopping by. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk. Unless you're T-Man. T-Man's just like, he likes the T-Fan 978s of the world, but the Figure Action fans, they're the second fiddle. Although,
I mean, he plugs the syndicate more than he plugs us.
I mean, it's better.
And that's just his weekends. Hey-o.
Poor Sony's got to bend over backwards for his news show to get plugged. So
Yeah.
Hey-o.
But if Sony wanted more plugging for his show, I currently don't have Nate's Toys and Collectibles, so if I'm on that show, I'll plug it. Just saying.
Hey-o.
We need to get a TF Basement to do a Figure Action discount.
Heck,
That's what we need.
I got to make them know y'all know that we exist.
Well, we should have him on. Use your connections. Be like, can we
We
get
have
you on?
over 500 subscribers. They know we exist.
Right.
We've made a splash on the internet.
You know what's really making a splash is watching T-Man drink that water in HD. Look how crystal clear that looks.
I almost fell into his beard when he had the camera up close.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
If that
I don't
doesn't
know
grow
what
the
happened.
channel, I don't know what will.
I don't know what happened, why it's all of a sudden clearer on my face. You can see my whiskers hanging out to the side.
You
I know,
you upgraded your internet, didn't you?
Either that or StreamYard updated something on the website.
I mean, he probably saw the Verizon truck outside and was like, "Don't you know who I am?" He's like, "It took 16 fucking minutes to upload my last review."
well, the problem is the guy who does the quality control for Hasbro's Trax figures got canned so bad he got downgraded to being a Verizon tech. And well, then if you saw T-Man's last review about that Trax figure, you would know.
He's awesome. See, all types of action. All figures have.
They used to call that a gimmick.
Right. Thunder
got-
kick tracks.
You got to do the what would Trax say as he flew away by like that?
Raul!
No.
I seem to not have the right amount of pep in my step. All right. Well, I mean, since we're already on you, T, since you're showing off the Warrior Hall,
Raul lubed me up a little bit too much last night.
Okay, whoa. Whoa,
Oh, God.
whoa.
The figure too. How is it?
Watch my review. You get all the big scoop. Yeah. And now everything's looking. Let me turn the lights away. All right. I got that. I bought the also awesome. I'm not going to have any complaints about Deluxe Mandarin Spawn.
Really?
Sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
It's a beautiful figure.
It looks nice. And I found this dude with
Jealous.
this dude. I
Not
walked
so
into
jealous of
Walmart. I randomly looked down. I was ignoring everything on the bottom shelf, but it was actually down there. I noticed his red head. It stood out to me. And even Partsformer suggested I use the robot mode for the thumbnail instead of this because the red stands out. And that's what definitely caught my eye in the store. I was like, holy crap. But
I don't even know. Like, I've seen hardly anybody talk about finding that thing. So I don't. You must have just like
Yeah.
randomly. I don't know. Did you? You must have. I don't even know how to explain it.
I'm shocked too. I went into the Walmart like late in the day on Sunday. Like it was after 6. It was still sitting there. But here's one thing that happened to me after I did the review. Like I found out that these just plug in with looking like that.
Huh. I wonder then if that's how they connect. I wonder if they'll even do gap fillers or they'll just do replacement horns. Because I'm sure there are some people out there that even though that's supposed to look like the cartoon are going to want red horns for it.
Yeah, I would do whole red horns instead of filling that in because you wouldn't have to worry about color matching. And I probably got some other stuff. Well, I did get the Cobra Island Trooper from Target. I think I got that after last week. And subscriber G Tony sent this to me because, like some of my other subscribers, they are super duper generous.
Oh, so that's not a loan. That's like for keeps.
Yeah, I can
Wow.
keep it or sell it.
Wow.
I like it. So it's going to be kept.
Yeah.
Now, not to spoil the chill review, you know, I know you've been hands-on with all the Fans Toys ones, right?
Yeah.
Do you like that better than Fans Toys so far, or?
I'm gonna say no. It's been a minute since I held. Was it Stomp? I can't remember.
I think it was Snarl. I think Stomp was the sludge.
I forgot what.
Cesium. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, Cesium was Snarl, or Cesium was Slag.
Right.
But he was version 2 Slag. First one was Scoria.
Right.
Fake names, man.
Yeah, I can't remember whatever the Fans Toys version of this. I really like that one, but one thing that I can't remember how the inside of the legs were on.
I think it was about the same, to be honest.
This is about really well. No, it ain't the only complaint I have, but I just like the way this doesn't really like lock in.
I
And
think that was the same with the Fans Toys, though.
Fans Toys, I'm pretty sure, also had a neck. The head is just on a ball joint. It's pretty much like the movie masterpiece Bumblebee. It's like no neck movement. If you try to lift it up, you'll just pull the whole head off. So you switch the head.
Fans Toys had that hinge swivel.
Yeah, but this has a shoulder rocket. If nobody noticed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, all that gold kind of, blends in.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, what do you do with that? So then, just to make sure I didn't forget anything or mess up something, I watched Vangelist's old video, and I found out that this thing pops out of the hill and goes into his toe. The instructions are sucky. They show you that the batteries go in there, but then they don't even tell you which batteries. You got to figure it out.
90% of third party I've found doesn't tell you what batteries, and it would be such an easy footnote to put in there.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. If anything else, I think I showed everything else I got. I think I showed Flash last week. I think
Yep.
I did.
Yeah, because Dave remarked about his the strangling hands being ironic on an Ezra Miller sculpt, which
Yep.
was one of Dave's best jokes that went under the radar.
But
Well,
that's it.
well, outside the hall, how are you doing though?
Oh, I am okay. I need to put my AC unit in my actual bedroom because I was in there sitting in there with the fan on, feeling like I was about to pass out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really brutal the rest of this week.
It sucks.
All right.
Can't afford Joe already?
Next up. Well, I mean, Parts, you know Joe very well. Give us a news update. Then tell us how you're doing and if you got anything cool this week.
Joe, he is slightly balding. He's Italian in heritage. Uprooted his family and moved to Florida, and is now dealing with the effects of both hurricanes, Florida heat, humidity, bad crowds, and poor internet. So that's how he's doing right now.
And people wonder why Florida men go crazy.
I don't think they do. I think he was well aware.
The Italian word for crab is I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Granchio.
Okay, I didn't know that. I've learned something today.
Crunchio?
Granchio.
So, if you first person to hashtag Granchio in the comments gets 100 figure action points. So there's your incentive. So yeah, he keeps popping in and out of the show. I don't know if he's going to stay or not. I don't know what the deal is with that. I actually haven't talked to him that much. He's been crazy busy, and he often has a bad commute to work. So I think he's stressed. So I can do that part for him. His haul this week is stress. He got one mint in package, and he's got one that he takes out and messes with. So there's that. As for me, I'm lovely. I'm off tomorrow, which is even lovelier. And I have some haulage here that's 2 weeks in accumulating that we can go into. First things first, thanks to Hasbro eBay, I was able to acquire me the Marvel Legends Ironheart, which I'm not big into Marvel Legends, but I kind of like this character, so I got her. This one might be a little defective though, because in the package she came with bare feet. It's weird.
What?
See?
Oh.
Do you see what happened there? Did you see it? That was a home run.
That was a bait and switch.
That was
a master bait and switch.
That was a joke I was going to use.
I swore to everyone that I wasn't going to jump in the He-Man train. So here's my He-Man. He looks like he's got a joke that's all his own, and you don't need to know what it is. And either that or he's smelling some bad eggs, perhaps. It's kind of like a bad egg sniff. I'm not sure. I custom painted mine a little bit. I just used some dry brushing and accented the fur because, oh my God, that bland plastic was annoying.
It does look really good, though.
I mean, it's easy. You just, for anybody that doesn't know, take some white paint on a brush, just keep rubbing the brush over a paper towel until it's almost dry, and then just whack it. Just whack it. Just take the brush and whack it over and over again.
Smack his crotch.
Yep, just smack his crotch with your fuzzy handle, and it'll get even better.
I saw somebody paint in the whole belt, like everything that's not those little circles is brown.
Yeah, I might do maybe a gold accent or something. I haven't decided yet, but I just wanted to see what that would turn out like. You can even see in there. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. Well, what's a He-Man without his Skeletor? So I got the Skeletor. I used a little bit on the brush that was left over, and I hit highlights on his little codpiece part here hanging down.
Really good.
And even that popped a little bit better than I expected because the little grooves actually did catch the paint enough that I'm doing a lot of zooming in on the action figure crotches, so we're going to come back out.
Whoa there.
So Skeletor, both are good. They're better than I thought they would be. So I'm happy.
I just noticed something on your Skeletor. I thought that mine had a paint defect. Spoiler alert. those little squares on there that look like they were like painted on with like a sponge. I guess that's stock.
Where are we looking?
So look at like the center part of the belt and go up a little bit, or go move him up so you can see the belt. There you go. Yeah, there's like it's very hard to see on camera, but there's like little square, like perfect squares or rectangles on there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Is that what
those
there's
are
purple.
Yeah,
There's purple in there.
yeah, those are
I'm guessing
intentional.
that's a cosmetic choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see in person, though. What is a He-Man without his Battle Cat? And this guy is fucking huge. CT's review. He's awesome. He's the Battle Cat I never knew I wanted. So I'll get one more thing and then my last two. The amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia Baccago. This is going to win the award for the most annoying figure of the year so far. He's amazing. He's got awesome accessories. He's got awesome posability. But why in the fuck did they make the pegs for his arms so short? These things fall off all the fucking time. And this is pegged on and falls off as well. And it's annoying. Yeah, this collar piece is there's two different pieces plugged into his back, and they just pop out. So I've thickened up the pegs with clear nail polish, and it's a lot better. But because this is the rotation point for the gauntlet, it still rubs on it. So I need to find a more permanent solution. He's excellent if it's not for those really, really annoying things. So also the grenade pins, they pop out if you just touch it. But I have also thickened those up. You can pull them out, thickened it. Now they're nice and tight. So if you're going to get this guy, he's amazing, but you're going to have to work with him because he's frustrating as shit. But I mean, look at it. I mean, it's fantastic. It's an excellent. He scales with the other amazing Yamaguchi guys. So my last two gifts are I don't deserve because I'm nothing special, but longtime watcher of the show and friend, No Effort Randomness, very, very kindly sent me first this dude, my first ever Storm Collectibles. So we have here I'm missing something. Anyway, we have the Storm Collectibles Aries. This guy is fantastic. He's my first Storm figure. I'm guessing I started with a really good one because, damn, he's a lot of fun. And a lot of presents. And I can, and his head comes off too, apparently.
Yeah, they do that.
There we go.
Mine, the helmet comes off before the head.
Yeah. He's also slightly cross-eyed, if you can tell from that. Yeah, there's a little dirt. That's okay because you put the helmet on and it's a menacing dirt. So I left the other figure over on the table, but No Effort also was kind enough to send me the Loose Collector Kickstarter series Lady Death from their Coffin collection.
Damn.
Which is... It was an awesome figure. I left it over on the other shelf. I'll get it later in the show and show it off a little bit. But beautifully painted. Not the best articulation in the world, but it doesn't have to be because I don't expect a whole lot from her. Her mouth can open. That's all I need. And it's got a few accessories and, hard cape. Really? Okay. And the last thing, and then I'll be done, is... my Mezco obsession continues. I was able to acquire, thanks to Kevin Womack and Shoki from Shoki's Reviews, help hook me up with the Mezco Rumble Society Iconic Disruptor Edition Baron Benz. I fucking love this thing. It's amazing. It's so much fun, and I'm very happy for it. But he is phenomenal. And I've taken up too much time, so anybody want to ask any questions about them, you can, but I'm done talking for now. Namaste.
Michael Rogers says, "Yep, over my mouth, lady."
I'm glad somebody caught that.
All right, well, next up, Dave. You're not a master of the universe, but of your domain, apparently.
A lot of stuff, man. There's gonna be a little crossing over here. Got me my Ironheart from teamamazon.com because eBay. Wow. If you just go to T-Man's Amazon page, he has a link to all these figures, and it conveniently will put there and just click on them, and then they just show up at your door. So I highly recommend going to T-Man's well-organized toy shop. So I got my Ironheart. Also got my hologram Iron Man, which I pretty much just got it for the bare head because even though I'm like a sucker for Iron Man armors, I'm like, I thought this was a little too much. But got him.
Barehead.
Target came through, and I have myself my own Cobra Island. So now I have two. I've got so many bloody Cobra Troopers, and now I've got 2 field commanders. So I am pleased. If you told me a year ago that would have been that easy, I would have been like, bullshit. So thank you, Target. I am purposely saying this. I'm not getting into He-Man. I'm just not doing it. I can't do it. I don't have the space. I don't have the time. So I would love to get my hands on one to give back to somebody, but it is not going to go in my collection shelf. So
Dave looks clearer too. So they must have updated I said you look clearer too, so they must have updated the website.
Possibly. Now, my second to last package from Nate's Toys and Collectibles showed up. So I do have my Shadow Shredder.
Oh, nice.
That's not getting thrown because it's NECA, and it'll probably, if I look at it wrong, fall apart. And then my Baccago, which that's in here, trust me. Hopefully it'll get on my photos. And once again, okay, dude, seriously, stop sending me stuff. Thank you, but you don't need to. From No Effort Randomness, I got my Injustice Aries, which is, yeah, that's pretty much, dang, what my camera's focusing weird. But
it's because I complimented the look.
Yeah. But I cannot wait to photograph this guy. Thank you, man. I do not deserve this. I really don't. I really, really don't. Thank you. You are not taken for granted. You are awesome, man. And I'm not saying anything that I need ever again on this show. Seriously. Thank you. And I cannot wait to photograph this guy. I'm so happy that Injustice in general is doing all the villains before the heroes. It just totally breaks the norm on action figures, and it just makes me smile because normally on a line like that, it's, okay, here's your Batman, here's your Superman, here's another variant Batman, oh, here's a villain. I'm talking to you, Todd McFarlane. So it's just, this is a fun series to collect. And actually, Todd, I'm holding back on Todd for a little bit. This next Batman wave I'm holding off on. I had a little beach trip, and I am slightly sunburned, but I am very happy because it was just something I needed just to get out of this town for a little bit. And so got a really nice hotel with a very good view, and it was very chill. Turned off the technology for a little bit, and yeah, it had been done, and everyone should do it from time to time. Even if just turn off the world and stay at home if you need to stay at home. Just, yes, you need to learn to disconnect. And I'm on my second beer. So
well, there you go.
Back to you, Zero. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So I am going on vacation. So Saturday at 4 a.m. we're going to leave and head down to the Carolinas, and we'll be there for a week. So as I mentioned last week, I will not be here next week, and I will be disconnecting because somebody that does IT for a living, it feels really damn good to disconnect. Don't get me wrong. I love technology, love my devices, but it's going to be nice to just enjoy some time with family this year. My family's actually coming on the trip, so it'll be nice to have my aunt and uncle and some cousins down, in addition to Lex's family. So it should be a good time. So I'm really looking forward to just getting down and enjoying some hopefully good weather and just being on the beach. Work-wise, things are good. got a big project, Stable Place. So hopefully I can stop getting beat up over that. Hopefully they're good while I'm away. Paik is here. That is always awesome. And hey, he's also going to be in the Carolinas. So just let me know where you're going to be. We're going to be 20 minutes north of Myrtle. So
That's where I was.
Yeah, great destination. And other than that, yeah, the week after, well, not really the week after we get back, but the 26th, we sign off on the house. So I will have a house, but we'll have stuff we have to do to get it to be, move-in ready. But yeah, things are looking good there. As for my haulage for the week, I did get some cool stuff. I guess we'll start off. I ended up making a little trek over to All Time Toys. Not to get too sad, but Sunday was the 1-year anniversary of my grandmother's passing, and I, was feeling a little bummed. And after I went there, I was like, you know what, All Time is not far from the cemetery. It's up in Frederick, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a little trip over there. Ran into Max. It was great to see him. I hadn't seen Max since the last meetup, so I chatted with him, hung out in the store for a little bit. And I had to get a Cobra Trooper while I was there. Like everybody else, Target came through for me. So I have I got a Cobra Infantry while I was there. Not to make everybody run to All Time and say, oh, wait, you have Cobra Troopers now. They have Cobra Infantry. And they have a lot of them. So if you're in the area, check them out. And I think they also have they definitely have a website. So if you're not in the area, you can still support them. I think it's just alltimetoys.com. Michael Rogers. Yes, they are an awesome store. And I did get my Cobra Trooper from Target from Cobra Islands. Now I've got 4 infantry, 4 troopers. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to have 2 Vipers. So I think that's going to make for a good display. While I was in Target, I randomly found this guy in the clearance aisle, their exclusive Batman. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But he was ridiculously cheap. I think he ended up bringing up for $3.99. So I've just got this guy. I'm sitting on it. I have it. I don't know whether I'm going to throw him with my Batman or if somebody ends up needing him. Be like, hey, here you go. I was just like, for $3.99, that's nuts.
Toys for Tots.
Yeah, I don't think I'd put it in Toys for Tots. Nothing against Toys for Tots, but I just don't think that's a great one to give the kids. I got myself a Skeletor, as mentioned, and a He-Man. Yeah. So I love these figures. I wish they had better ab crunch. I think that the complaints about the face sculpt on He-Man are valid. I wish he would have come with like maybe an extra head instead of the hand options. Some people are complaining about Skeletor's face sculpt. I think it's like spot on. Like that's Skeletor to me.
It's a skull.
Right, it's a skull with a big ass grin.
What more do you need?
Yeah, and I saw this guy, and Skeletor is the one to get. Like, I mean, He-Man is cool. I think this is a very good He-Man. This is probably the best He-Man since the 2000s reboot. In the 2000s reboot, I guess I was looking at with rose-tinted glasses because they really don't have all that articulation. I do have a package from No Effort. I haven't been able to sync up with Matt. And pick that up from him. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he got for me. And yet, dude, very appreciated. 2, you don't have to do it. We just appreciate you being a fan of the show. I think we're definitely gonna have to get something together for you, our friend, because your generosity is very much appreciated. And again, really don't have to do it. So I'm looking forward to getting that. When I sync up with Matt, if I manage to see him tomorrow, maybe I'll do an unboxing as an extra episode on the show, so we don't have to wait 2 weeks for me to come back. And last but not least, I got a figure I've been excited about for a very, very long time, and that is Unique Toys Swan Song, their Nero, which is their Age of Extinction Galvatron. And this is a very, very impressive piece. I will say mine did have one minor issue that a lot of people are having. If you watch MGo's review, you see that he comes with a broken horn. Like the horn has actually snapped off in the package. Very easy fix because it's just a piece on a post. One dab of Loctite fixed it. Still asked Agabus for a replacement piece because I just don't like broken parts. But other than that, this is a really, really, really stellar figure, and it makes me sad that that's kind of it for Unique Toys outside of maybe a few repaints. You know, this probably isn't their best as far as articulation. I still think Dragoon is probably their best piece, but just, you know, as far as a figure is concerned, but still, this is like the best you're going to get for that Galvatron. I mean, it literally looks like a 3A piece. It's painted exceptionally well. The sculpt works there.
Does he have a waist swivel?
He does have a waist swivel. It's just a little, he is a little bit hindered by his own, you know, pieces. He has kind of like a 3A piece. He has pieces getting in the way, and I haven't found all those sweet spots posing him, but he actually has like drop down hips, so that can get out of the way. So yeah, he does have the waist swivel.
Kind of wanting that.
I mean, just, you know, I can't wait to get this guy on the shelf with all my other movie, you know, my masterpiece scale movie Megatrons. Like, I have that really nicely painted Honey Badger one, and then I have my Black Mamba, Revenge of the Fallen one. I'm really hoping somebody does like the Dark of the Moon one, and then I can have, like, you know, again, I fucking hate the movies, but goddamn, the designs have grown on me so much. Like, I love the fact that they're actually, like, Unique Toys, like, proved that you can actually do them right with not frustrating transformations. So, yeah, I'm very happy with this piece, and very sad at the same time to see, like, this is it for Unique Toys, though. Transcraft? I get Transcraft and Transarts mixed up. The ones that did that Bumblebee, the ones that did that that Cliff Jumper that I shat on because it's a lazy remold, but
maybe they probably change into some other company.
They probably will.
I forgot I got something else that I didn't show.
All right, what'd you get, T?
Captain Dildo.
Oh yeah.
He fires pink dildos at people. And that's it. I need to review this.
I'm gonna get a cloth. I'm gonna try to get a cloth cape for him, or craft a cloth cape for him.
Just as long as you don't give him like vibrating ammo. Nightwing, why are you disappointed in me? What did I do?
Maybe just your life choices.
My life choices, yeah. Sportimus, I would say, I know Nate's not doing any orders, but I'd either check Show Z or hit him up and see if he's got any stock left over. I know Nate's not doing any orders, but it doesn't hurt to ask. But I think he can
got a
Show
wedding
Z.
plan.
That he does. Though Nate will be back at some point, hopefully this year. So let's go ahead and we'll get into it. We're gonna start off with our favorite segment for talking about official Transformers.
This week in repaints.
Man, I needed to embiggen you for that one, but I swear when I come back from vacation, I'm gonna make that like an actual video file,
I'm
a transparent one.
Looking for you on that.
Okay. All right. So first up, we have surprise, surprise, another shattered glass. It seems like they're going like whole hog. Did I say that right? Hasbro at least is doing that. You know, they're like all in. So we're getting a Commander class Jetfire. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this up on the TFW because Hasbro has these formatted all funky.
I swear, if you wouldn't get flagged, if YouTube wasn't so freaking militant about that, I'd like every time you did a shattered glass, I'd have to do the Stone Cold theme song.
Did that say $91.99 for this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What?
$10 upcharge.
Yeah, all this shattered glass stuff has been higher than the rest of the figures. That's been an ongoing thing, and it's like a big uproar. Like, oh, why is Hasbro charging more for Commander classes? Act like it's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
Like Rodimus Prime is still the regular Commander class price.
Well, here I think they're trying to justify it because he comes with that variant comic book cover. But I don't think tossing in a comic book really justifies upping the price by
I
$10.
think it's limited run too and exclusive to the website.
Yeah, it is. I think these are all exclusive to Pulse, and I believe Entertainment Earth is carrying them.
Great, so you can pay $50 more to pay $10 more for a figure.
Yeah,
that's right, Pulse. Thinking of the fans first.
well, they're not exclusive to just Pulse members. I mean, they go up first for them, but I don't think the demand for these is really all that high because I'm pretty certain that like Blur and Starscreamer are still available. So,
Sony wants it.
Yeah. I mean, Alex here says Shatterglass Jetfire is making me consider canceling all my other Shatterglass pre-orders. Wow.
I mean, it's a good-looking color scheme. Black and purple always looks sexy. Black and neon green. I like those colors. I like it a lot. It's just...
I think you either like Shattered Glass or you don't. I kind of fall into the camp where I like Shattered Glass. So
Here was a debate yesterday too. People were wondering, can he reverse the symbol to be heroic Decepticon?
I would think so. I don't see them getting rid of that gimmick, but
yeah,
there
it is right there.
Yeah,
on the box package.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're showing him armored up, so the armor permanently has the Autobot Tampo on it. But I'm sure here he's got, behind that he's got a Decepticon insignia, but I'm not sure that they painted it red or the neon pink, whichever you want to.
They probably did.
You know what's one's repaint I'm surprised they haven't done yet? That should be like a pure easy one.
What's that?
Armada Wheeljack out of the Sideswipe mold.
Yeah. I sure love that Sideswipe mold.
I'm just saying, I'm really surprised with that. One of my few favorite Armada characters, too.
I could see them doing a Generation Select for that. I would hope they do.
I'm saying, I think that kind of, that's one of the ones I'm surprised they haven't done to go with the Cybertron stuff and everything.
And it's kind of nuts that we got Hotshot out of Hound, and that was kind of it.
Next year is the Armada anniversary, right?
I think so.
The 20th anniversary.
Yeah, 2000.
According to Peck, I'm a nobody now.
Yeah, I think you kind of like. It's funny how like the fandom is, because I talked to some guys that are younger and they're like in their 20s who collect, and for them they grew up on Armada. I had a guy asking me, hey, I'm looking to get that Fans Hobby one. Do you know anybody that carries it? And of course, I referred him over to Nate, but there's going to be interesting parts of the fandom, people that either grew up on the movies or grew up on Armada, and now they actually have disposable income, and they're going to be wanting to buy back their nostalgia. So
I got a bin with their name on it.
I mean, really, there were a lot of people that like scoffed at Beast Wars for a while, and now there is an actual demand for Beast Wars. I mean, I've always loved Beast Wars. And, back in like the late 90s when message boards were, a big thing, people seemed to love Beast Wars. Beast Machines came out. It was like mixed reactions to it. But then after that, after the Armada trilogy, it seemed like the consensus was people hated Beast Wars. And I was like, where did this come from all of a sudden? So I can't really say disregard Armada, Energon, or Cybertron, because you're going to find there's a lot of fans out there for that stuff.
But if this was a retail, I probably would pick it up. But due to the fact of no, so passing. Looks cool. If you have it, I will play with yours on your shelf. But I do not.
I'm not getting it.
I think it's slick looking, but yeah,
I'm not stressing out on this thing.
Yeah.
I got my Jetfire. Life is good.
I think it looks cool. I'm iffy about it, but I think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It does look cool.
Now,
next
up, we've got one I think everybody on here is gonna want. This is the first revealed PulseCon exclusive. This is a Covert Agent Ravage with G1 Ravage, which
Decepticons, whatever about it.
That's the G1 Ravage that came with Hound years ago.
No,
that's
No, that's
actually
the-
G1.
this
That's
is
the G1.
this is G1 Ravage. Now, unfortunately, he is painfully mistransformed in this picture.
Yeah, and whoever posed him doesn't know how an animal stands either. Like,
No, that's if he was a horse, that's good.
yeah.
What was that movie with Charlie Sheen where he discovers like the aliens living on Earth?
Fire in the Sky?
No, that was Robert Patrick.
Major League 2.
Hot Shot Part 2.
No,
yeah.
The Arrival.
The
Arrival, and that God, like that reminds me of like at the end of the movie when the chick like walks off and her legs go backwards. Like the not Sharon Stone girl.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get this guy, he's never transforming.
Yeah.
If you get it.
Well, he's already listed on Hasbro Pulse, and the good news is this set is only going for $41.99. A little overpriced considering you're getting a deluxe and a old G1 reissue. And I think
I don't know if he's actually the Voyager class. Like, is he a retool of Tigatron?
No, he's definitely Cheetor. As a matter of fact, I believe somebody had him in hand. Let me see if I can pull that up. Someone on Sabertron.com managed to get this set and another set early. Here we are. So let's see here. Yeah,
I got
here
a
we go.
watermelon with your name on it, Sportimus. Sorry.
So here we are.
I totally get his reference there. I've actually seen that routine.
I'm not sure who has this. Billy. Okay. So yeah, you can see him directly compared with Cheetor. So this is not a preview of the and I'm sure Tigatron will be out. What was that?
The picture under it.
Yeah.
He's taller than Cheetor.
Yeah.
He's definitely bulkier.
He's taller, but it looks like he has new thighs. It looks like the lower legs. You can see the feet are the same size.
From the pictures we've seen of Tigatron, the legs transform the exact same way.
Yeah, that's Tigatron.
That has to be a Tigatron. That's the Voyager class. He is way bigger.
So when do we know when this is going to be going on?
So November 1st is when this set should be going live for PulseCon. So
November? Really?
November. Yep.
Holy shit.
After TFCon.
I will have forgotten about it and not want it anymore until I see it and instantly remember.
Either that or we pick up, what was that other one? Don't you have that other Ravage with the magnet guns?
Yes, I do. Cobra Clan actually mentioned that in the chat. He said the Transart is way better at $63, which I mean, honestly, that's one of the best third-party pickups I've got all year, to be completely honest.
I'm with Cobra on this one, I think. I mean, this is cool. This is really cool.
Though.
But
no, it's not official T, but I think that like
official.
Yeah, but they did extra stuff. It wasn't like they just blew up the old X9 Ravage mold. They like actually sculpted in a compartment, and you can actually store a little cassette tape in his back. And like Dave was mentioning, the magnets on the thighs are awesome.
Yeah. I bet it's all that. That's true, but people like official more.
No.
If I reviewed this and reviewed the other one, like the next day, I would get more views on the official one.
Cool. And like I said, I mean, I'm looking at this. I like this a lot. But I'm thinking about the Transart one. Those arms are bugging me for some reason. They are just so spindly.
Well, that's
the Transart one's kind of spindly too. I mean, that's also part of the design.
No, the Transart one, they're not really spindly. The Transart ones, they're actually kind of filled out. They become the front legs. Like on this Ravage, those and I did watch a transformation video. Those arms actually fold up and go inside of the chest, and then you can see here that the cheetah or the panther legs are hanging off of his back. So he doesn't really clean up the best. Whereas that Transart's one, he's like, completely clean. Like there's nothing on his back other than the tail. And if you don't like the tail, you can remove the tail. But the tail is tune accurate. I guess here the legs. the legs are kind of evocative of the tail, but I mean, that's, all in the eye of the beholder.
The disappointing thing about this is that head is stylized. It's not completely cartoon accurate, even though everything about this package says Beast Wars cartoon.
Yeah.
But the head just looks like an animal.
Yeah, and he's still got like fur detailing on him. I wish they had just made him smooth.
Yeah, that's a result of the the Tigatron situation.
It's weird. I was like all for this, then I kind of talked myself out of it. Then I was liking it again, and now I've talked myself out of it.
I want it because it is an official piece. I think that the packaging looks really cool. Again, I collect the official stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in for this. My biggest gripe is just this. I wish that it was $10 cheaper and just didn't come with a G1 Ravage. I would rather it have come with maybe a new version of the Earthrise Ravage.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind that Chug Ravage that came with Hound years ago. That was actually a really good figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what they've done with it. I like how the guns are now the hip guns and things like that. There are things I do like what they did. It's just at the same time, ugh.
Yeah. This is pretty cool here. It comes with an insert that you can actually use as a display stand and actually store the cassette, which is pretty cool. If you want to like recreate him popping out of that cockpit, you can do that. The whole Decepticons for everything.
Yeah, it's funny that they got a bunch of stuff from season 2 mingling with season 1, like Transmutate and him.
To be fair, Matt kind of predicted that a long while back.
Hashtag Matt was right.
It happens so rarely. I'm caught off guard.
We should have listened to Matt.
Now that I can clarify, yes, that is the thing that should happen.
So, yeah, I think
we're
Dave,
getting them except for Dave.
All right. Next up we have, and this is an interesting one. Why did that do that? Oh, I copied the wrong link. Bear with me. There we go. So this is an interesting one. Somebody found this set in a Walmart. It wasn't supposed to be at the Walmart. Who knows how much they got it for? This is a Target exclusive. This is supposed to come out in the next, I guess, week. It's street dated apparently for the 21st, so next Wednesday. This is the Worlds Collide set for the Buzzworthy line. It's pretty interesting. You're getting Nemesis Primal. You're getting Fangry, Bumblebee in a non-VW alt mode. He's coming in Cliff Jumper's kind of not Porsche mode. He also includes the Allspark for whatever reason and a Toy Deco Black Arachnia. So the person that found this was able to actually get this set. So my understanding is that they got in touch with Sabertron.com because over on their site, they actually have a very HD gallery of this set. What's also interesting is they took that UPC to Target, scanned it, and found the pack, the pricing, and I believe getting Associated to tell them it was street dated for the 21st.
Yeah, and it's $5 cheaper than I thought.
Yeah. Another interesting thing too is they noted that you can actually swap the legs between the two Black Arachnias. So Black Arachnia comes with the orange legs by default. So it's like almost like they did this on purpose.
And she has the 90s cheetah print bra.
Yes.
She looks like a female tarantulas, actually.
Well, I mean, that was the point, I think.
No, but like an actual female tarantulas. Like
I can't remember what the original toy looked like.
I'm with that helmet on there, that helmet instead of the face.
Yeah, and that face right
Like
there
that?
looks different from that prototype helmet that everybody had.
I think it looked the same. The prototype helmet was just cast in all black when people were getting the stolen copies.
So basically, you're getting a bumper as opposed to a Bumblebee.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're getting the Nemesis Primal, which is
I think it looks
Fangry,
cool.
which hasn't been cited, which is kind of cool, but that's like a Titan's Return figure that we never got.
They should have gave Bumblebee the bumper head. I don't know why they made bumper. But I think Bumblebee has to be in there because it's his line or whatever the heck.
Yeah.
Right.
Do they have any other pictures of the...
Matt's going to go get his telecommunications degree real quick. He's going to go fix his internet. Just go outside and break out a screwdriver.
Yeah, right before he left, my screen froze up for a second. I don't know if you guys did.
I mean, I think Nemesis Primal looks cool. I kind of think of him as like the, like the version of Primal when he gets hit with Scorponok's B.
Yeah.
I love that they actually resculpted the head on him, which is kind of nuts considering they didn't do that for T-Rex, even though they had already shown they had an alternate head sculpt. Yeah, it's
with the faceplate.
Yeah, so they gave him the faceplate. They did an alternate head sculpt, but then for T-Rex, they just painted the lips to look like teeth. What's up with that?
It's like, it's weird. It's like I kind of want these figures, but at the same time, it's $85.
I mainly want Fangry, and Nemesis Primal looks cool.
I want all of them but the Bumblebee.
Yeah, it's like it's his line, and he's.
Yeah.
John, we'll be talking about it. We'll
Yes.
be talking about it.
Yep. So, John, we restructured the news a little bit. So now it used to be Transformers, official, third party, and then other action figures. We actually have given G.I. Joe its own section.
So, don't worry. Stick with us.
Yep.
We will take care of you.
All right, these look cool. Let's get to the.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, we have a couple more things to talk about. The next one will be really quick, I promise. And that is SDCC. They are doing a Nemesis Prime model kit. And this is an awesome model kit. I think just about everybody on the show picked this thing up. This is limited to 300 pieces. Now, in fairness, you could just pick up this model kit and paint it yourself. But in honesty, this is one of the few model kits where you don't need a lick of paint for it to look good.
Winston! I did not get that model kit because it was when I was moving and GameStop sent it to the wrong house.
You never got that figured out either.
If Bumblebee talks to this guy, he instantly turns good.
I would, by the logic of Michael Bay, yes. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I'm not in for it because I know it's probably going to be way more than I would want to pay for it.
It could be 300 pieces, and anybody who buys it's not actually going to build it because they don't want to.
Yes.
It's like, this is, I hate getting cucked by a figure. Yes, that's right. I said it like that because you want it, you want to mess with it, but you can't mess with it because if you mess with it, you lose it. And it's like, no. That's why I try to buy as many loose figures as I can.
Yeah, I'm going to skip them. I'm good with the red one.
Nightwing, if there was enough Power Rangers news every week, we might. Not a slight against Power Rangers, but
no more Power Rangers.
Fuck Power Rangers.
Just the Pink Ranger.
Last up, through a Japanese announcement, we know the next HasLab project, and it's going to be Star Saber.
Some people say Star Saber. Some say both Star Saber and Victory Leo, so you can make Victory Saber.
Yeah, that would make more sense. HasLab. So,
I kind of would. I like to toss it out the window and say either Dino King or Leo Kaiser myself, because I always thought Leo Kaiser is the greatest combiner next to Predaking, actually above Predaking personally. So
I don't know if they're gonna win that HasLab.
I
I would.
what it is, how it's
I
done.
would-
Cheap.
I wonder if they're going to do a lower priced project. Like if they did, okay, we're going to do Star Saber and Victory Leo in like chug scale. You know, basically 2 commander class figures for like $200 to see what, you know, test the waters to see whether they can fund a Transformers project faster.
I know they were pissed at McFarlane last year,
Yeah.
or
But
2 years ago.
for $40 to get like what was, you know, and you know, again, like I think that was one of the better Kickstarters that existed. It was.
That
Spawn was for $40 was way more value than this right here for $40.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Well, I could have warned you on that one if you hadn't bought the like. I have the other 2 Mandarin spawns, so I like them. That's why I'm looking. I like that Mandarin spawn. So, but anyway, this I'm excited for. I am following this news greatly.
I'm gonna have to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
I'm not too interested currently.
I'm willing to bet that at PulseCon they will probably announce all the new Kickstarters coming up.
And PulseCon's in November?
PulseCon is in November. My understanding is that it is at
Why?
least the Ravage goes on sale November 1st.
because we'll all be broke from TFCon and can't buy anything.
What the heck? That can't be right. I thought it was in the summer last year.
They announced it for fall, and that is why I was wondering, you know, is this going to be, you know, coming up on the heels of TF? Now, November technically isn't winter yet, is it?
PulseCon happened last year after I moved. And I was in the apartment, so it had to have been that August, September, that October, November time. That sounds about right, actually.
They don't actually have a date on the website, so maybe they don't know yet.
Go to
Oh,
Wait,
me
I'm
drinking
a-
your prom.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Go-
PulseCon event announced.
Yeah, because we know the Star Wars ones.
This fall. No date revealed, but it will be this quote-unquote
So
fall.
I wonder if November 1st is just a placeholder.
Probably a placeholder, but it was in the fall last year. I do remember that because, again, I had moved. I was still in the apartment and I wasn't in this house yet. So, and I moved in the house in December. So, yeah.
All right, let's get through our third-party news real quick. So we don't have much to talk about this week. Though we do start off with a doozy because Fans Toys, oh my God, Fans Toys, they go for a year where they're like, you know, not showing much of anything, and now they're kind of steamrolling all of us. This is Parkour, their answer for a G1 style cliff jumper. What do you guys think?
Oh my God, the hinges. Oh no.
He's got more hips than Hellion.
He's way better proportioned than either Hellion or what was the X-Transbots one named?
Toro.
Toro, thank you.
And he has nowhere near the backpack that MPB 2.0 had.
I love it.
Yeah, I love this
I'm
thing.
really interested. And PulseCon was on September 26th last year.
There you
Thank
go.
you, T. I think this one's wholly successful in everything it's setting out to do. I think Fans Toys lately has been at their best with their mini bots, to be honest. So honestly, I think I'm more excited about this than any of the other things they've announced as of late, because before I moved, that cliff jumper, like I got the Transform Element Mirage, and I love that thing. I know Winston just got it, and he's loving that thing, and it made me kind of reminisce about, man, I can't wait to get my shelves back and get all my stuff back on my shelves. But I remember like the Toro was just like the one glaring figure. It looked out of place no matter where I put it. And so I really think like cliff jumpers kind of needed. I'm surprised to see he even has opening doors and everything.
Yeah. I think they're trying to really show up Hasbro with this guy. That they can do that, make the car look perfect, and have opening doors, but it has the perfect robot mode.
I'm gonna say I haven't wanted to. You know, I've told I've been priding myself of not wanting Fans Toys stuff. I do dig this one. If the price isn't like insane, I may actually consider this.
Holy crap!
Because it looks articulated.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is that you can see right above his crotch piece there. There's almost
right there.
Almost definitely a spot for an ab crunch. This is definitely newly designed, different from Fans Toys' usual approach to articulation, like Dave said. And also too with the alt mode, they strike. In my opinion,
I don't recognize this name.
In my opinion, they strike a really good balance between penny racer and actual vehicle.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not one or the other, but it's reminiscent of both somehow, and it's a really cool way to go about it.
From what I remember of the cartoon looked exactly like that. This might have a touch more details, especially in the grill.
I feel like it's a little more elongated here than it was in the cartoon, just a tad. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but just in my brain, I guess maybe I'm thinking of the actual penny racer alt mode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm getting this guy for sure. The only thing that sucks kind of is that this is a grayscale pre-render, and it's probably a year and a half away.
I mean, it's been surprising with Fans Toys lately. I mean, sometimes you know their stuff is out way sooner than anticipated. So yeah, there's the.
Yeah, he's just a smidge shorter there, but yeah, it's close enough. I mean, for sure.
Yes.
There's no denying.
This is way more successful, in my opinion, than any of the other efforts that we've got.
Well, but the X-Transbots, though, was going strictly real world. They weren't trying for Penny Racer at all. And I love that figure so much because it goes from a Penny Racer chest to a real alt mode. And it's got to store all that somewhere. And I think I've said Penny Racer about 11 times now. So back to you, Jim.
You're back to you're a diamond single racer now. It also doesn't look. I don't think this is going to make me want to punch myself in the face transforming it. As far as their over engineering.
I don't know yet. I'm not going to say that yet.
Because that's one of my biggest problems with Fans Toys.
Well, Nightwing, you can have my Toro when I get this.
Toro is a cool figure. It's definitely a great car. But it feels like a chug compared to some of the stuff we get now. And their new Trailbreaker has good articulation as well.
Yeah.
And sound waves. Sorry.
I want them to do a Bumblebee at this point. Like if
that's going to be in their Paradise line.
Yeah. I mean, hey, no matter what they call it, like if they can make something that has the articulation and cleans up like this, that's Bumblebee, I want it. Like I can tell right now that's a faux chest, but I mean that's the way you got to do it with these guys.
I wonder what they would call Bumblebee.
Probably like Stinger or something, or Muhammad. No, I'm really going by their logic. They'd probably call. I mean, actually, you know what? No, they call him Muhammad. That would be a controversy, and we'd see it all over Twitter. And no, don't Fans Toys really shouldn't call him Ali. There you go. Call him Ali. Be done with it.
That might be too close.
It might be.
All right, next.
All right, next up we have a piece that you guys wanted me to cover last week. We just didn't get to it. This is an interesting one, and just a kind of a quick one. TFC is making their own original character, Agopter, which turns into a real-world Chinese helicopter.
I don't remember this at all.
So this isn't related to any existing fiction, or I don't think it's supposed to be representative.
Joe has the jet that they made before this.
Oh, damn. Big Firebird toy?
No, it's TFC.
TFC.
Oh, TFC.
Yeah,
Big Firebird has
that really sleek-looking jet.
Which I think was also based off a Chinese fighter.
Yes. It is, and they just recolored it to black as well.
Look at the rack on it.
Yeah, that missile rack is huge. I mean, that thing is just like drop a ton of rockets on you.
It looks good.
Cool. Not for me, but I'm sure this would probably be one. If Joe was here, he'd be like, "I'm in on it."
He would go with the rope go box.
Probably so. All right, now let's get in. we got a lot of GI Joe stuff to talk about. A lot of Joe stuff to talk about this week, and it's a shame Joe's not here because, well,
He would have a lot to not say because he doesn't care. Ironically enough.
All right, let's get into the big one, the one that everybody wants to talk about, the Ultimates line from Super 7.
No, the reaction.
We're going to talk about them too.
That's the big news.
We're going to talk about them too. I have a lot to say about those reaction figures because I think they're very pointless. But we'll get into that.
The reaction figures I think have a little more has for me more desire than these.
We'll save it for there because I want to talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
That's an odd opinion.
But these look awesome. Now, I'm going to shock everybody. These are not for me. These look awesome. They look like they walked out of the cartoon. The amount of accessories are there for each of these.
Good cheap.
Yeah. Multiple heads for Duke. You got the different options for Cobra Commander depending on what you want him to look like. Snake Eyes and Timber. People are going to be troop building these bats, and the bat looks awesome. These are also 7-inch scale for anybody wondering. They're retailing for $54.99 a piece, which is one of the reasons why. Hey, I'm sorry, I just cannot go down this rabbit hole because I'm very happy with Classified, and I like the modern update designs.
Hey, go back a picture. I want that shirt.
That is a cool shirt.
He showed a bunch of shirts that they're selling, I think.
Oh, they are selling that? I might have to pick that
He
one
made
up.
it sound like they're selling it. They had a bunch of G.I. Joe shirts.
I will tell you, though, that Cobra bat, man, that makes me want a Classified bat. Big time.
It's going to be super stylized and way more detailed, I bet you. But everything Jordan said, but I have 2 Mezco G.I. Joe figures on pre-order, so
same.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, what they're doing with Mezco, I think, is really cool for, having.
Yeah, you can wear the cape, Dave.
Yeah. I got the it'll go great with my helmet.
He's got all these accessories.
Right. That's a shit ton.
I mean, I think they're doing awesome with these. And the packaging looks really good for all of them, like that. They're doing for the TMNT and the Transformers line. I like that all the accessories are like front facing in here. But like right there, that's $150. I actually know more than that. That's
if they let NECA make them, they would have only been $30.
And
it probably came maybe $35 with all those accessories.
Yeah.
Because that Krang came with a lot for $35.
He came with a ton. I paid $30 for him.
A NECA Ultimate figure, yeah. If NECA did this, I got issues with this. I mean, everything is single jointed. When I saw that Snake Eyes pose with the rifle at an awkward angle,
Cobra would be perfect.
I mean, okay, Cobra of all of them, Cobra Commander maybe is the maybe, but the rest of these,
there, we'll get to, yeah.
I mean that.
No, Joe. I guess you would have to go in with the mind frame that they are posable statues.
Well,
pretty much, yeah.
You go $30 less, you're buying a G.I. Joe Classified. You go $30 more, you're getting yourself a Mezco. I said that earlier this week. Earlier today, actually, to Nightwingham, and it's just like, yeah, it's somewhere there right in the middle, but
I mean, like, I got a message from Kevin. He's like, "Yo, the Hasbro line's dead. I can't see anybody wanting to, move on." I'm like,
what?
The Hasbro line is the best action figure line, in my opinion. I think it is the best action figure line Hasbro has ever put out in terms of articulation.
Someone slipping something from the evidence locker?
I just think that for a lot of people, these are just like kind of like, if you will, masterpiece GI Joes. They look like they walked out of the Sunbow animation, which, hey, that's great.
they have about as much articulation as the original figures. So for some old people, these are perfect.
Yeah.
But they're not taking over classified because number one, they're not even going to be in regular stores, and they're $55.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm really satisfied with the classified stuff, and I'm telling everybody, like, if you want classic versions of the characters, these are 7 inches. Mark my words, there will be classic versions of the classified characters. That's money on the table for Hasbro.
There already is. Roadblock's a classic version.
Yeah, I mean the new one coming out. Yeah, he has. I mean, he's a little bit more detailed, and he's got like a the real face sculpt. But I mean, we're gonna get the movie.
Guys.
Yeah.
Listen, if you get these and you put them on the shelf and you're happy with them, I am more than happy for you. If this is gonna scratch that itch that you've got,
okay,
awesome.
He says, "Go back and read my message." I'm gonna reread the message, but I'm just saying,
I don't have a bug bite that's clamoring for this.
Although Sportimus has a point that these are readily available, and if you want them, you can buy them right now.
So, Kev, you said just like that, 80% of collectors will say Hasbro who? Okay, but you said both lines will have a place for you, so I take that back. But still,
I already know he's going to buy it, both.
I just think that these are great for the the big fans of the cartoon. My memories of G.I. Joe were like kind of on the floor. I did watch the cartoon, but my memories really were on the floor playing with the figures.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I mean,
having some floor time.
All I had was the cartoon. I didn't get any action figures until I was like almost too old.
If I had that money to put on this, I would be putting it right in the Mezco. I mean, again, I'm happy for you guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy. Your shelf will look amazing.
Dave, are you getting the Mezcos?
Huh?
Are you getting the Mezcos?
I am choosing not to. I'm very selective in my Mezcos right now.
Roadblock comes with the vest and the tank top at the same time. And 3 expressions. And all those guns.
2 pages of accessories.
Kev, I don't do that. I don't do that.
But if you did, it would be okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next up, so Dave, you said you're actually interested in these. These are the Super 7 reaction figures.
I said I have more interest in those.
Okay.
I dig what they're doing with reaction. It's not, I don't have the space for it. If I did, in general, I would love to have a wall here just plastered with those reaction figures of various collections because it looks so good on card. I was
going to say Hasbro is already doing, now granted they're a lot harder to find, but Hasbro is doing that with, they do have a 3 3¼ inch line.
Right.
So to me, for $10 to get a figure that looks great on a card and has the articulation seems like the better buy.
Again, but I in general, like the reactions in general, I like the reaction. Some of the things they've done with the reaction, not just Joe's, but I'm saying I would love to be able to afford and have a reaction wall, not just of G.I. Joe, but of anything of the nostalgia. And they do it. They just look beautiful. I just can't afford it or have the wall space for it.
The main thing I think is cool about these
is going to get you a punch in the arm when I see you at TFCon.
The green shirts and the Cobra Troopers with 3 different skin tones. I really like that.
You mean the Joe Troopers?
Yeah, them and the Cobra Troopers.
I think that would be cool if they did that for the classified line, like give you some different. Yeah, because it'd be also cool to not have all my Cobra Troopers look the same.
I'm just saying, I see where the collector is on this for the reaction. Again, you're buying. I would never open a reaction figure. But
yeah, I really don't think they're meant to be opened.
They're like pops.
For their price, though, I think they should come in a little plastic clamshell.
I'll give you that one.
because this is like $5 cheaper. It has pinless knee joints and all the other stuff I showed in the review,
Told you.
and more accessories.
So you're gonna have to buy yourself 3 3/4 Fortnite figures to go with them.
No, I got one somewhere.
All right. Well, next up, we got some exciting news. This is a figure we've covered on the channel before, but there's a placeholder up for him, $36.99 for the Deluxe Zartan, and color change is confirmed. He will turn blue in the cold.
God, I want that.
Cool.
Cold activates the color change.
So it's not the sun anymore.
Nope, hot and cold water.
Yep, changes color in cold water, under warm. Oh, it does both. So the Master of Disguise Zartan action figure is sensitive to heat and cold and will change colors in cold weather and under warm water and more. So I'm curious about that.
So he'll look different every time you look at him.
Depending if the sun hits him.
Oh, my skin! I can't feel the sun.
I think this is awesome. I definitely want this. It's nice to have a price there on him.
Though I can see people feeling a certain kind of way about it.
Well, one of the things about the PulseCon exclusives, I'll give them this. You get them. Like, sometimes you get the first round, and then sometimes you get the round that shows up in freaking April or May, but you do eventually get them.
I don't know about. I might skip this one because I like the color scheme of him directly, but I will never use any of those heads or faces.
No, but look at all the weapons you get with them too.
Yeah, you get a ton of stuff.
You get like another vest, and you get like all these guns.
But you can only display it at one at a time. It's like Kevin with his closet full of shoes. You can only wear one pair of shoes, bud. You can only wear one.
What else?
Wear shoes? You're supposed to wear them?
Well, no. I mean, I know you wear Crocs, but some people buy shoes and actually wear them out.
I'm just kind of curious. With some of these heads, and you could put those heads on other troops. Well, maybe not the Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, but like that skull head, put that on another figure, so you can have yourself
and like a dead Cobra Infantry.
Oh yeah, that would be good. The 3 on his left side of the box, I think those are actual full head sculpts. So that might what Dave just said would be cool if you could put them on the other characters.
I mean, okay, look, you get a Snake Eyes with the silver helmet on there, so you can put that one on your movie style Snake Eyes, and all of a sudden you turn that one into a more accurate Snake Eyes. I see a lot of use with that. Put that Storm Shadow head on the.
Oh damn!
Because sometimes you want to be blingy, sometimes you want to have a tail. I mean, I get your point. You like to accessorize.
All right. Well, next up, as mentioned in the chat, yes, we are covering this. There is a brand new G.I. Joe animated series coming next year. And it's already been confirmed for a season 2. So we're getting 2 seasons of this, which is a good sign so far.
It's going to be for kids, though.
Well, it probably will be.
And they're going to just throw like a big rock at each other and never make contact.
It's got to be better than Renegades was.
Well, hopefully it's at least, again, we don't have much to go off of. There's not even a picture really, even though a sizzle reel was shown. This is like the classified artwork that we got prior. They don't say what the animation type is, whether it's CG or digital or cell. It just states that the clip was animated in what we usually see in a typical flashback scene, moving characters to a static background akin to Mortal Kombat X endings, which is kind of like a flash animation sort of thing. Could just be a placeholder concept art, barely 2 seconds. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are fighting a couple of enemies. Both of their designs are brand new and futuristic. They say Snake Eyes has what looks like a black Power Ranger, wears bladed gauntlets, like classified Storm Shadow, like in the art. more like Batman gauntlets. Has a silver visor, no weapons. He's just doing a badass kick. Storm Shadow looks like the Marvel character Crossbones. High white collar jacket, no sleeves. Lake Snake Eyes wears the same gauntlets, dual wielding 2 tang hooked katanas. And then they talk about the enemies. They're wearing Japanese demon masks, and
just as long as it's not made by the same crew who made the Transformers Siege, I'll be okay.
I hope not.
You need to bring us the weapons.
So, again, no network named. Whether this is going to, I wouldn't be shocked if it's direct to streaming, since that's how things really are today.
Yeah.
I would guess probably Netflix, since Hasbro seems to work with them. But yeah, more details to come. Hey, this means probably more toys. I hope the designs are cool. I hope this is popular. I'd like to. I hope it's good.
Mm-hmm. That's more. I hope more than anything else. I hope it's good.
I hope.
Every now and then we get surprise Sportmas. Kevin says, speaking of which, Netflix Transformers for kids or adults. I don't know.
Both to sleep equally.
Anyway, he says at the end of the episode they all win, so they don't hear each other's confidence.
Oh, that's you say that as a joke. I'm not entirely sure that is a joke.
Wait, did he say it was more for kids than adults?
I think he was asking.
I think and to which I said I really don't know.
I think it's for adults. It's just poorly done for adults.
Yeah, what Matt just said.
It's for what they think animated audiences are. Let's just put it at that. They have no fucking idea who watches anime. They're just like, just call it an anime. Have them talk slow. So, next up, to round out our G.I. Joe news, this isn't really G.I. Joe news, but I think a lot of people are going to want to have this in their G.I. Joe collection. This is the WWE Ultimate Edition Sergeant Slaughter figure coming to SDCC. He's a Mattel Creations exclusive. So
he is in the Valorverse, though, so you are going to get a 6-inch one.
Yes. Yep. So this will be, as Dave said, a 6-inch figure.
No, I'm saying this, but also if you want to get the Valorverse is doing their own 6-inch line, and they actually got the rights for Sergeant Slaughter.
What confused me about this is the description I did read, it said 6 inches, but the WWE figures are 7-inch figures.
Yeah, look, this is Nightwingham.
Huh?
So I'm saying if you wanted a 6-inch one, get the Valorverse one.
Gotcha.
As long as he's if he's slightly shorter than Roadblock, or maybe the same height as Roadblock, because Roadblock is kind of tall. I'm getting a Valorverse one if they ever release the crap. I suppose it came out like 2 or 3 months ago.
It's probably stuck in the port of LA right now.
I think the sculpt on this one is a lot better. I've seen that Valorverse one, and he kind of has yes, he does come with weapons.
My only problem is it looks like they used his current day face.
Yeah. All chin.
Yeah, and not what he looks like right there.
And here he kind of.
Yeah, he looks like an old man with a young body.
I only have one WWE figure, and that's the Slim Jim Macho Man Randy Savage.
I got my John Cena figure right here.
I can't see it.
Is that going to be exclusive?
Yeah, so this is going to be SDCC 2021. So
that looks really good right there with that jacket on.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing too, is he comes with these soft goods. I'm not sure if the glove is permanently attached to a hand. I would guess it would be, because putting a glove.
Yeah, they come with multiple hands.
Yeah, but yeah, soft goods jacket, and then you have the option to take that off and have them.
Or at least they should. I can't see what else is in that box.
Yeah, it's probably like he's on the card, and then either the accessories are under him or they're packed in there. I like how this is like evocative of like an old school lunchbox.
Aries disease.
I don't know, Sportimus. Like I've like that Macho Man. I was able to get him on Entertainment Earth. Like I didn't get him initially, and then he came back, and there was plenty of time. I had the option to get Mr. T as well, but ultimately I decided like yeah, I want Mr. T, but you know I passed on him at the time because there's other stuff coming out.
I'm mad I didn't get that rock figure. I had no idea it was an Amazon exclusive. I thought it was coming to stores.
I didn't realize he was Amazon exclusive.
And that thing was $200 if you look for it now.
All right. Well, next up, that's it for Joe news. Nightwing, if you wanted Power Rangers news, we've got some Power Rangers news for you. We've got a really cool piece coming out.
Oh, God, that's sexy.
Yeah, so this is licensed by Hasbro. I think the company is called Metal Power down here.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be that expensive.
That's the thing. God, if that was about $100 less, I'd be all in on it.
Yeah.
If Hasbro's making it themselves.
So I think the sad part here is he's only 7.5 inches tall.
Yikes.
So he's like kind of like on the smaller end of like a Soul Jigoken figure.
Smaller.
Yeah,
it's the size of the old Super Robot Jigokens, actually, the SRCs, not the SOCs.
Yes. So yeah.
And like I said, if that was about if it was 155, I'd probably be hitting that pre-order button right now, but not at 255.
I'm like, that's almost Voltron price.
I really, I'm normally not super big on like stylization in figures, but I think this one really nails the look. Like the paintwork looks pretty immaculate here. The sculpt work looks really nice. But
it looks like they're pulling a Mattel to you. Like they're selling this one first.
They could.
So people go like, "Oh, a Megazord! That's the only one."
Yeah.
The accessories are nice.
Yes, they're very nice.
This is it. This is immaculate. This is absolutely immaculate. It's just like yeah,
very pricey. I would like for them to come out with like more Megazords, like more official Megazords. It was weird to me that they did the Zeo Megazord. That was, I watched reviews on it. It was pretty decent looking. It didn't combine. It was just a nice large. Yeah. But I think the Thunder Megazord is probably a fan favorite. So I'd love to see like SOC do one, or some other company do one that actually like transforms. I mean, yeah, you're probably have to cheat, do parts forming, but I'd really be interested in that.
I mean, the legacy one that Bandai America did was actually really damn good.
It was. It had the chain and everything. It had a lot of the things that were on the Japanese release that got cut for the US release originally. Paint work was amazing on all those Bandai Legacy releases. Matter of fact, Stern Games Go says, I think I will stick with the Bandai version. Yeah.
I think I won't buy any of these.
Kev says the company is actually called Innovation Point, and he has one pre-ordered.
Cool.
I hope to see it at a meetup because it does look amazing. Like Dave said, if this was cheaper, or if it was a bit bigger, I would really be considering it. Next up, we've been talking about Storm Collectibles. How great would it be for Storm Collectibles to finish a line? And they must have heard us because we got Tyrus Flare and a Blue Dragon coming. And this looks pretty friggin' awesome.
Her name isn't as cool as Axe Battler.
No, it's not. Matt,
He belongs in a Deathstalker movie.
Matt, how many of these did you pre-order?
I only need 16.
Hold it there. I didn't see that picture. I was wondering because the last character that I had an almost naked butt had a weird butt cami.
Cami, yeah.
They fixed it on Rainbow Mika though.
Did Storm make a Rainbow Mika?
No. Well, I think he's thinking of Figuarts. Figuarts Cami had a weird butt.
Cami. He got that stylized Cami.
No, I mean the Storm Collectibles cami had a weird butt.
Yeah, well, it at least has to be better than Figuarts.
Any pose you did, you just saw inside of her body. But this wasn't one of my number one games, but it is cool seeing her in those poses.
I think it's really cool seeing the whole trio together.
Now it just needs a stand that's when somebody throws a potion in the air.
Yeah.
And I like the fact it comes with the mount.
Yeah.
And yes, you're paying for it, but when you do the math, they add up.
Like Motaro was an interesting one for me because when I got him, I was like shocked at how big the figure was, and then also the fact that it wasn't like completely hollow. So I'm sure these mounts are probably going to be made very well. It looks like all the articulation you could want is there. You got the effects pieces for the
Yeah, they're probably made out of good enough or thick plastic.
Axe Battler didn't come with a red dragon, did he? Because I don't remember. He did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought it was just
all three. I mean, that's why they were $150, $160 figures, but you're getting a dragon, an effect, you got a mount, you got an effect, you got the weapons, you got the hands.
Yeah.
I've got one set of the skeletons, and I've got the one that came with Motaro. So the skeletons, I mean,
skeletons are full-fledged figures.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Well, and the skeletons are inexpensive because they're doing another pack of skeletons for SDCC this year.
Yeah. Probably the gold and silver ones.
I think they're doing another black one.
How much?
It was like $60
for how many?
Two.
Yeah, they're awesome figures. Like I love Motaro, but I messed with that skeleton as much as I messed with him.
Those skeletons, man, T-Man, you'd like the skeletons. They actually came with trigger hands.
Yes.
I don't know why, but they came with trigger hands.
That's a really cool flame effect.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the main thing I want out of there.
So, I didn't go into the Golden Axe line myself just because, again, had to draw the line somewhere. But they really did this line justice.
G Tony says, really like these. Kev says she looks really good, but no cakes though. She looks really good.
She's not supposed to have cheeks.
Alex says T is just rubbing in the Starscream face I'm missing. That's right. Alex, you didn't get the smirk one, correct?
This is the regular smile face.
Yeah, I have the smirk one on mine. All right, next up, we've got one that I think is going to interest a lot of people, a lot of non-figure collectors. And this is just a tease coming from McFarlane, but it appears he's doing Princess Bride.
Inconceivable.
So yeah, we get her look at.
From what it looks like, those are going to be way better than they should be.
Yeah,
they should be really good though.
Yeah.
You can have Inigo Montoya fighting Geralt of Rivera.
You could.
I might be one of the only people on here that don't really care about that movie.
I care.
Like I see everybody quoting it and using the memes, and I'm like, I don't remember any. I think I've seen it, but I'm like, why is that so popular?
Just one of those cult movies type things.
I mean, come on. They even made fun of it in Deadpool. What more do you need?
Yeah. Andre the Giant's in it.
Did y'all watch that Deadpool with Korg?
Yes.
Yes, that was amazing.
It actually made me want to see freaking Free Guy too.
The guy looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that movie.
Oh
The
no, I'm
same
not.
thing he said in the trailer. I was like, I thought it already came out.
It was supposed to come out. It was.
Yeah, I'm just saying, freaking Ryan Reynolds is so bloody self-aware about everything. It looks like a Last Fox cash grab. I mean, I'm just like, God damn it.
He's like a fire sale.
Yep, that would be a perfect flame effect for Scorpion. Yep.
Or Charizard.
Next.
All right, Sportimus. All right. Well, next up, we're going to go through some Marvel Legends stuff. First up, we have Sylvie.
Haven't watched the last episode yet, but I'm passing on this.
You don't know about that? If there's any consolation to Alex, that face always falls off. And now I don't know what it is.
I heard it clink.
Yeah. I like her. The articulation looks like it's going to suck in the torso. And she's probably going to have that ball joint neck. I mean, the double ball post neck. That face kind of looks like her. She looks weird sometimes and young sometimes.
I like the fact it's got the broken horn, but yeah, that jacket's gonna totally hinder things.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
gonna have to come off. Yeah, she only wears that in like the first episode she's in.
But okay.
Right. Moving on. Next up, pre-orders for Hercules have gone live. I think this is a pretty good looking set right here.
If he shows up in GameStop, I'll use my $5 coupon on him.
There you go. What body type is this? Is this?
It's actually the Hercules body type. It's actually it's a repaint, and then they added a new face and new weapons and a new harness.
Well, there you go.
You didn't have that much skin showing on the last one, right?
I don't know. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this one is way more manly than the last Hercules they gave us. I think he had on pants last time. And boots.
He looks like he had.
Oh yeah.
Make sure. Yeah, it looks like he had pants. All right, let's see what Dave found.
Yep, he had pants.
There you go.
I mean, aside from the face sculpts, I mean, I'm not sure I need to replace this guy, to be honest. Unless you're craving a near nude Herc. I mean, I like the golden mace, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, some people like that super duper classic look.
But I mean, I like this smirk is just fine, man. So yeah, I'm not gonna pre-order, but if I see it out of GameStop, I'll use my $5 coupon on him.
Kev says he thinks this is a brand new body.
Oh.
I can't tell. If it has those weird, he has different shoulders than every other body. Like when you lift his arms out, the part under his armpit comes out, bulges out.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Well, let's look at that bicep here real quick.
Yeah, I would bet it has the same upper torso but different legs.
Yeah, new belt. Yeah, the harness. I think those are the same. I think that's the same torso.
G Tony asks, is that figure based off actor Steve Reeves?
Those legs are new though.
And next up, Target continues to try and be nice. They're actually reissuing a bunch of figures that people either slept on or were unable to get. Now, these have already come and gone, but I'm glad that they're doing Gambit and Rogue. I actually ordered another Rogue because my Rogue had a major paint defect on her neck. So Yeah.
I have a second rogue.
You have a second rogue?
Yeah. Want to buy it?
Well, I was hoping to take the one that has the paint defect and then return it as defective to Target when I get the new one. So then there's no cash lost. But yeah, it was interesting. Like Negative Zone Spider-Man, he sat for a while, and you know, I think anybody that really wanted him could have got him.
Yeah, when they did that sale, I definitely got him for free.
Yeah,
buy two, get one free. I think it was.
Yeah, that's how I got Cyborg Spidey, because I got Gambit and Rogue, and I was like, hey, you know what? This Cyborg Spidey looks really cool. Why not? I think it's awesome that they're reissuing stuff. I think I personally think they should have done Storm instead of Negative Zone Spider-Man, but you know,
I don't know. Storm kind of sat for a second because she was already previously released.
She did, but I think people that like wanted the '90s X-Men roster probably would have wanted her. But Rogue, at least, that was one and that's an awesome figure. Even though my neck is has a big yellow splotch all over it, but hey, it's gonna get fixed. Next up, it's not just G.I. Joe and Marvel Legends getting reissues, but they are actually also reissuing some of the Black Series figures. It's interesting though. I saw the Grogu and Mandalorian set a lot. I was surprised that it stayed on the shelves as long as it did. I think this should really be an evergreen set. Like it should be around for a while.
As long as the series exists.
As long as the series exists, but you know, still, I think it's a set that should be readily available. The Remnant Stormtroopers are also back, and the main dude from Galaxy's Edge. If Matt were here, he'd be able to name him. Or if Winston's in the chat, he'd be able to name him. But I know a lot of people were looking for that
guy.
That guy. I think his name starts with a Z. But cool that they're reissuing these figures. I wish that they would do more reissues for the Black Series. But hey, you know, hopefully this is a trend that continues at Target.
Did they do Transformers yet?
Not yet.
They could do the Coneheads.
I think that would be awesome. Hondo, thank you, Winston. So Hondo is the Galaxy.
I mean, not Coneheads, but they only had Thrust as a exclusive.
Yeah, I think it would be cool though if they did stuff that was previously Amazon. Hell, I would be awesome if Amazon gave people a second chance on the Prowl and Ironhide set. The Ratchet Medic.
Run 'em up. Which one is the black one?
I believe that's Runabout.
Yeah, Runabout. I never saw him in stores. I got one, but I
found him for you.
I saw him at a Walmart.
Yeah, somebody said they found them at Walgreens. I'm like, how are people doing that? I've never even seen it in Target.
Yeah, I found Runamuck on clearance at Target. I remember I sent them to you, and then Runabout. I think I also found for you. But yes, next up, we got some potential toilers. Now we don't normally collect hot toys here on the show. Toilers. You know, it's a toy that's a potential spoiler.
Yeah, no, I said it's more than potential. It is.
Yeah. So
the only way it's not a spoiler is if he's like some insignificant throwaway character from
or costume, like the stealth costume from Far From Home was kind of insignificant.
He could be like an alternate reality Spider-Man. That's not the main Spider-Man.
We'll get into, but by popular demand, Kevin Womack wanted us to cover these. We've got 5 figures, and 2 of which appear to be kind of toilers. First up, you're getting Armorized Deadpool. We've seen this. Bless you. We've seen this coming from is it Sentinel that's making the armored figures?
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is
though
cool. I never got that Punisher War Machine that Hot Toys did, but I kind of want it in the same vein of that.
Yeah. And I think this looks
Wow.
pretty cool.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got die-cast pieces. I mean, he's, because it's the Iron Man body, he's going to be more posable than your average Hot Toys.
And more expensive.
Or War Machine, yes. And that die-cast is definitely going to have the cause. But I think this looks badass. And, if you're going to do a one-off, you just wanted a really cool Deadpool in your collection.
That's a highlight piece.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I like him. I definitely like that Black Widow.
Oh.
Black Widow, depending on how I feel when it's about to come out, might be my first Hot Toys. I still need to see that movie.
You get a good deal of... Oh, that looks like a bonus piece.
Yep.
So, yeah, then you get your Black Widow.
Yeah, I like that she has an actual expression on her face.
Should you just wait and see if TB League makes one for you?
It might still cost the same.
Yeah, but I don't think you'll be as scared posing it.
I don't know. It looked like they updated the suits a little bit. Because they showed her in her main iconic pose.
I was actually, when I saw that pose, if you look at the foot is not flat on the ground.
I thought I was saying things on it. They could have put it flat.
It was not
Now we
flat.
don't want to know, is she life-sized? Yeah, Kev's right. Iron Man and Deadpool combo is
Keep going.
an easy one.
One thing I was unsure on is do those guns come out?
It's a Hot Toys, of course they do.
They just
No, that zipper looks fast. That zipper looks like it's going to hold fast. Oh, you're talking about the pistol.
See, that's a good pose right there.
Yeah.
I mean, the hips aren't raised up, but I can live with that.
It's a very good likeness.
Yeah.
It comes with a stand.
Oh, there they go. There go the guns.
Yeah.
Not the guns Dave want. And Matt.
Matt wasn't here. If Matt was here, that would have. I said that for Matt. I did.
Yeah,
that for
Matt really wants the other guns out. That's why he's not going to pre-order.
Well, that's for the TB League. Now, okay, that looks beautifully ugly.
So, Kev, funny enough, people actually use Wish to buy knockoff Hot Toys heads to put on their TV leagues. I've come to find.
Right.
And the knockoff Hot Toys heads are actually really well made.
Like, if you could just get that knockoff head for a TV League body, it would be awesome.
Yeah, this looks really, really good. I like how they did the soft goods underneath.
I just found out that was an actual suit in the movie that somebody was
Oh, yeah.
around.
Yeah, I remember when they had the making of for that movie, they like that was like the one scene that they were showing was like how they had that suit and they were like puppeting it from behind.
For whatever reason, I never bought any of the Iron Man DVDs.
I stopped by physical media. I don't know how many.
Yeah, right at the first wave of Marvel movies, that's when I stopped buying physical media.
I still buy physical media. And that's it. The thing is, I actually really like the bonus materials in like movies that I want to buy. So I kind of make it a point to do that. Plus, you never know, like when servers are down, that sort of thing. All of them come with digital copies.
I just don't have time to rewatch a movie.
Right.
I mean, I'm far more selective now about the physical. I used to buy like every Tuesday I'd pick up new movies, and now it's like every 3 months I maybe get like one Blu-ray.
Back in the day, man, with Suncoast Video, I was bad at Suncoast.
I used to watch movies over and over and over again. Now I just will watch something once and never watch it again. I go to the theater, watch it, and never watch it again.
And like most of the stuff I buy is just like very, very obscure. I like how they show like all the die cast here. And basically everything that's metal is going to be die cast on this guy.
No.
That's gonna cost a lot too because he's huge.
Wow, USB powered rotary motor. That's pretty cool.
Oh, now you know it's gonna be high. Wait, does it have a lithium battery, or is you have to have it plugged in?
That's a good question. I'd be very curious. I would think it would probably have a small battery in there.
Yeah, it doesn't say rechargeable. It just says USB powered.
Yeah. But yeah, I can imagine somebody just putting a power bank in their display and having that, disguised behind something.
It'd be cool
Next
if they
up.
had it in the base.
Now this was this was from a concept. I get that they did it, but that's definitely a but why? Who needs this figure? But
I'm willing to bet Benedict Cumberbatch bought it for himself, just so he can be like, hey, here I am as Iron Man.
Yeah, and he's still alive in the MCU. So.
Yeah. It's neat.
it's neat.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't think I'd even buy that as a Marvel Legend though.
Yeah, and see these. I think they must have heard me complaining because they actually have faces that look good in these poses.
Yeah. But I think the lighting also, really helps out.
Some of their faces have been just looking like.
There we go. This is our toiler. This is the black
Warning
and gold
cutoff.
suit. Yep.
Or three labels on it.
Kevin says Human Centipede trilogy, zero favorite. Actually, I've only seen bits and pieces of the first one, and
No.
I did not care for it.
Once I heard the concept, I was like, I am never watching that. Just like I've never watched the two girls thing.
Now,
Girls One Cup.
may I also recommend if anyone ever mentions, hey, do you want to watch a Serbian film? Say no.
I have seen it, and it is one of the roughest, if not
no.
the roughest thing I've ever seen.
See, it looks like they're using different fabric in the legs on him when I was looking at the pictures earlier. I'm like, if Mezco can do it, Hot Toys should definitely be able to get some fabric that can bend.
That's a unique take on Spider-Man. Is he packing Doctor Strange gear?
It appears to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like the chest kind of is your best indicator.
And that.
He's using the wondrous webs of Washun, because that's how Strange talks when he casts a spell.
So either he needs that to travel through the multiverse with Doctor Strange, or
It's
maybe that's an alternate reality stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting. It looks like this could also be something that goes on top of his regular suit, because you can see here, like at least the arms. He's got.
I think they wanted to just throw red in there so you know it's Spider-Man.
That could be the case too.
It's interesting. The symbol that glowing thing comes off his chest.
Mm-hmm. Probably magnetic. But yeah, looks pretty neat. We have one more Hot Toys piece to talk about. It'll be quick. And that is the Book of Boba Fett, or Mandalorian. This looks awesome.
Statue, isn't it?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Nope. This is a Hot Toys. He comes with the throne. There's two options, one with, one without. I would say if you were going to get this,
You had to get
yeah. For me, I'm just going to get the Black Series Boba Fett. I'm sure we'll get one
Yeah.
with the throne.
And most of the Star Wars stuff I've been looking at it super hard because their clothing isn't restrictive. So it should be able to move no problem. I think I did mess with the Anakin a little bit.
Yeah.
Since they wear robes and whatnot, he definitely has baggy dad clothes. You can move around. You've seen him sitting in that chair.
I think this looks amazing. I wish I could justify this, but like I said, I'm gonna be. I will settle for the Black Series myself.
You can justify.
Oh, that looks good.
You like Boba Fett.
I do like Boba Fett, but
The end. Put him on the shelf.
I gotta stay in lanes, man. I gotta stay in lanes.
What I like about this, and what I always liked about this version of Boba Fett, is it truly justifies what's his name playing Boba Fett, as opposed to, oh, they just redubbed the voice over the old guy. Like, this was him owning the character.
Yeah, Tamora Morrison.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he got to kind of age with the character appropriately.
Oh yes, they did. Yeah, that's.
I'm
I'm sure
sure
someone's gonna 3D print those thrones though, as much, or break out the pink foam and start carving.
I don't know. I don't think this is going to. I think this is going to be a really solid piece here, and also the Rancor heads on there that are chromed out.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm sure someone could probably start 3D printing some of this stuff out for the Black Series one.
Notice the other characters they've thrown in there with them.
You mean
are they actual physical figures too?
Nightwing gets it. He says he can justify getting it, but he will be single again. See?
Nah, he's bought other crazy stuff.
Not that crazy.
What's the price on this thing?
I want to say it was $390 for Boba Fett and the throne.
Oh, that's actually not a mortgage payment.
No, it's not.
And I think the regular Star Wars stuff is higher than normal.
But see, my thing is, it's like if I get out of my lane and start getting, that sort of stuff. No, that's a problem. That's why you gotta stay in a lane. Love it. Would love to have that. Would love to have that as like a one-off Hot Toys piece, but I can't do it.
Speak to them.
Last up, we do have a release that I am going to get because I love me some Doom, and I love me some Figmas. And this is Figma doing their take on the Doomslayer. Mondo was supposed to be coming out with one, but it never really came. That was a 1/6 scale, so I don't know whatever happened to that. The McFarlane Doomslayer, I have it, but the details aren't the best, and he's restricted in articulation. This thing, ooh.
Didn't 3-0 do one?
They did the 2016 Doom Marine, and I had that figure. I actually, I got like an Amazon gift card from work, like in 2018. I bought that thing outright. I love that figure.
I mean, as cool Figma, I don't know. They do need stuff, but their scale is off. And it's just whenever another company does that similar figure, like I mentioned 3-0. If Play Arts Kai did this, that's what should be all. They should be doing this. This is screaming a Play Arts Kai right here. That would be beautiful in their scale and their stylization.
I don't want it stylized though. I want it to look just like this. I think Figma has nailed the colors. I think they've got. What's that?
Or Storm did it.
If Storm did it, I'd be all over it too. I think Storm would do it better than Figma. I do like Figma a lot. I have all of their Zelda releases. I really like the two the Portal 2 sets they did with Peabody and Atlas. Let's see, like the Diva figure for Overwatch is an awesome one.
Diva. I like Figma. But
Samus is amazing.
For their price, they're really limited.
Yeah. I'm just saying this is cool, but I just know if another company got the license, they'd do it better.
Oh, did y'all see the new Master Chief?
The 1,000 Toys one?
Yeah.
I did. You know, I didn't put that in here. Well, let me
That looks way better than the first one they did.
Problem is, it's 1,000 toys. So it's like $150.
Yeah.
Here we go. We'll go ahead and we'll wrap up on this one here. We'll do Master Chief and Doom's Holder. So yeah, Doom Marine. This is the Halo Infinite version, and I mean, so T, you've kind of become a 1,000 Toys fan overnight. Now, you know, it's funny. I say, like, you know, the Black Series stuff scratches the itch, but I think that the Jazzwares Halo stuff kind of leaves a bit to be desired. I'd really be interested to get hands on with this guy if he was like a bit cheaper, because this looks awesome.
Jazzware is a good budget choice. Let's say that.
And the thing is, with the Master Chief, it works. Their knees work better with the Master Chief armor design than Dante's.
Yeah. The one thing that this also does way better than the Jazzwares options is the ab crunch.
Well, at the price that, you know, one of these figures costs the entire Jazzwares, as much as both Jazzwares lines, Wave line.
I mean, even at the $20 price, they could still design the ab crunch to be better if they wanted to.
Well, yeah, because all it is
has better ab crunches than that.
All it is like their biggest problem with all the, and you know, I have like most of the mainline Spartans, is that they don't have enough plastic up here in the diaphragm. They just need that to be out a little bit more. They wouldn't have to use any more plastic. Or here, where they have the armor, they just need to make these pieces just a bit smaller so they can bend down.
Right.
You know, they have backwards articulation, but what do they need that for?
It's the stupid way they make it. They do the same thing for the Fortnite. That post goes down into the waist, and the filler piece that's around the post is way too blocky. It should be a soft piece. If it was a soft, pliable piece that moved out of the way, it'd be okay.
And then their butterfly joints on all the ones I have are very loose.
Oh yeah, the cheapness.
But it's just, again, I want, but I can't justify.
Same, you know, it's like I'm happy that I can get the Jazzwares ones into the poses I want. Like I could get my Jazzwares Chief into that pose.
We don't want this, actually. I just thought about it. We don't want this.
Why is that?
For reasons we mentioned earlier in the video. None of us wants this.
Okay.
T, you're cruel.
You're right. Right. I mean, I'm good. Next.
Yeah. Well, this is actually it for the episode. We're gonna wrap up here. It's also
my eyes are running up.
Yeah. I see. It's funny. Like I didn't even realize it was as late as it is. So yeah, I guess that'll wrap it up for tonight's episode. I'm not sure what happened to Matt. Did he post anything in Messenger in the show chat to say where?
No.
What happened?
Had to get dangerous?
He said.
No, that's stuff from Joe.
Yeah, stuff from Joe. So yeah, I'm curious.
He said
whether
Fry working on internet, and that was at 9:50.
I thought he came back after that. But at any rate, that'll do it for tonight's show. So again, if you want to find out where we're at, we have links in the description below, links to our Teespring store.
It's not a t-shirt.
So make sure that you've Kill Boss slam that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell. No effort if I get that package from you. Tomorrow I will do my best to get a live unboxing done before. If not, I'll do one as soon as I get it. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight's episode. Thanks so much to everybody who popped in the chat and hung out with us tonight. We love you guys. We have a great audience. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, I will not be here next week, but we should still have a show going on. So stay tuned for that. We'll see y'all. Same figure action channel. Same figure action time. Peace out and have a good one.
Bye.